I haven't checked the military situation in Europe, have I, for a while? Let's see how battered everyone is. So the Ottomans are getting a bit damaged. That's about it. Austria's freaking huge. The English haven't lost their army, sadly. Well, actually, I haven't said that. They've lost almost all Mercs and Austria is. Yeah, when I go for England, eventually I'm going to land about 60k troops in Scotland and just invade, like, from there. That's the plan. But that's a while to go for that. I don't know, at least 10 to 20 years. Right, so Fleet Ridge there. I think it's there. Right. France did something or other. Montferrat. Does Danzig have a claim on Matsovia? Yes, they have two. That worries me. They could be going for them pretty soon. If they get too big, they are going to not be able to be vassalized. So maybe I should go for them now. Who are they allied with? A few nations I probably don't want to be at war with. 20%, 13%. I'm trying to figure out how much it would be to actually on over extension. I have no idea what the calculation is these days though. I can't be asked looking it up at the moment, so I think I'm going to hold off from that. It used to be easy to figure out. I think it was... Actually, I can't even remember what it was, but yeah, it used to be easy to figure out. Might be still, but I don't know how it is. Done. So, Micmac... Papal Blessing expired. Is that the Reputation one? Is this one? Yearly Prestige. I'm not gonna get that again. The Reputation one is the one that's important to me. If I can find it. That one. So that runs out in 1592. So I'm gonna have to do that again just by the looks of it, because we won't be quite finished. Army arrived. Yeah, if you must go there, go there. Savoy, Caddo, Austria. There's reactionaries in Kazan. When's this? Right, 61% for that. Excellent year. Extra manpower, very nice. What's the manpower cap? 67,000. I think it was 64 last time I checked. Have we got any new ones there? No, we haven't. Any rivals? I could finally conquer Sweden as well once I've converted to Protestant. Get the Centre of Reformation. Okay, fur in Micmac. Okay, diplomats coming back in 8 days' time. New exploits. Diplomats back, getting Casus Belli. This isn't going down fast at all, which is great. I thought it would be going down more quickly. Right, going up there. So let's actually embargo the English then, since they are our rival. Economy issue embargo. If they somehow did declare war on me, I'd probably build up a huge heavy fleet and go after them. Big time. But I don't think they're going to, especially not in the middle of a league war. Right, so we've embargoed them there. I'll insult them in a minute as well. Well, they've got a Casus Belli on Scotland, definitely. And I think on me as well. Well, they should do. Right, diplomat spare. Let's look for the insults. So where is it? Okay, 2nd December. Casus Belli against Ilwanek. I should probably check to see if all of these are caught up yet, shouldn't I? So let's insult. Send an insult. Send. So it's probably one up. I didn't have a look though. So have I got... If I haven't got New Spain on this, yeah I have, right. Is there any... There's probably a few nations I should be sticking a favourite thing on, but can't remember. Well, that one might be an idea. Right, let's check this then. So we're looking for cores. And there aren't a single core on all of those territories. They should be able to core them up. Have they cored up these yet? This isn't a good sign, actually. None of those territories have been cored. Or they've got their little guys there. Yeah. Okay. Tons of them, in fact. Hostile rhetoric. New candle. One of our ambassadors made some unwise statements at a recent party. His angry and warlike denunciations of our neighbours mean that we are seen as a greater threat than we actually are. Okay, lose Diplo or extra aggressive expansion impact for 10 years. I'm going to be going to war, well, certainly against Lithuania in that time. I'd take that to be safe, but to be honest, that wouldn't be so bad, probably. Okay, I've got to keep an eye on my military points. Armies under attack. Exploits. Okay. Philosopher died. Don't think we had him. Oh, we did actually. Okay. So I want at least a level 2 guy here. Making an absolute fortune. Did I? Yeah, it's sent us en route. Okay. So level 2. Production efficiency, yearly inflation for the mink guy, but he's only a level 1. Not massively overinflated. Could even take a level 3 guy, don't need that. National tax, how much is this? 15. You know what, I can pretty much afford it, but I think I'll just get a level 2 guy. A most deadly lake. The natives whisper and throw evil glances towards the still water. They say that there is a spirit there in the form of a great serpent or monster. They claim that this spirit ambushes canoes on the surface, pulling them into a watery grave. It may not be the work of monsters, but perhaps it would be wise to go the long way around. So, what is this? Siegfried Ostensacken, great name. I think that's my conquistador. Chance he'll die. Or local movement speed for about a year. I'll take that, it's fine. I don't know what it means by local. Hopefully there's no bugs involved with that. That's the type of thing that you might be. Right. We just hit our military cap. I was about to check that. We didn't actually lose any though because I was on 1990. So I've got to figure out where to spend some development now. Okay, I think I'm going to finish off Jamtland, so let's invest a point in Diplo. There. And one to finish it off, military there. And I'm going to buy a building here, or 2 as well. This is fur and barracks are built here, so let's do barracks first, is it? And I'll do the fur in a bit. Okay, so that's development done for the time being. So pause. I'm going to go over my admin and military again in the not too distant future. So armies under attack, no exploits. Okay, March. Right, 1 year's time we could start this war against Lithuania, so I need to be prepared for it. Which, who are they allied to these days? No one. Perfect. So I've got 2 armies on the border, they've got a 10k stack. Claims, I hope aren't going to run out. I'm pretty sure they won't. Rival situation. fine. Okay. Ooh. Accepted culture lost. Swedish is no longer accepted. That's a real shame, to be honest. And is, well, if I'd have taken these territories, then I could have kept it for longer. But to be honest, there was no way I was going to keep that long term. Russian, on the other hand, there's about 400 odd development at least in Russian. So even when I've got, that won't go when I've got nearly 2,000 in development, I think. We're quite a bit away from doing that. I want to have integrated Novgorod, of course. Drunken whiskey thieves. Exploits. Right, we've had this one before. So admin, Diplo, or military power. I am going to select Diplo, I think. Now, when can I change this? I can change this in a couple of years' time. I've got what's it? A couple left on here. I'll probably be changing it back to admin in a bit, but I could get my couple of religious ideas now. Actually, yearly prestige. Yeah, I might get that in a bit. I'm not going to yet, though. I've got a ton of stuff to core up still, haven't I? Yeah, let's take. You know what? Let's take that. That's culture conversion cost. Yeah, I'll do that for 20. Then I'll take the admin. Okay. Missions, nothing I want. Nogai made peace with the Uzbek and will cede one province by the looks of it. I'm not sure which one that was. Okay, colonization of Caddo, successful. I think I'll bring that back down there in a second. Right. Kazan collapsed. Okay. Agent was discovered, a shame, but not a big deal. Wabash. Right, forget that. Let's get you back down to there. Okay. Colonies, they all have a long way to go. Arguably, I should take the settler out of Caddo and stick it in one of the two higher ones, but it takes time, so I'm not sure it's worth it. I don't even remember what that said. I wasn't paying attention. There's a new Holy Roman Emperor again, and Bohemia yet again. I've got it. Seems to be very unlikely for it to change, doesn't it? There's only 6 electors now for some reason. Someone must have got wiped out. I'm not sure who it was, or maybe they had their electorship status removed. I believe that can happen. We arrived. Right, so let's try this yet again. Wow. You know what? I'm actually just going to go there manually. If it doesn't want to go there on its own, I'm going to force it to. Right, diplomat's back from Astrakhan. I need this diplomat now in around March, so I can't really use another claim. I'm going to make or improve relations with Danzig for the time being then. I believe relations with Novgorod are brilliant. Don't want to do any of those. Oh, that's a shame. Uzbek's gone from that list. That's not good. Yeah, let's improve Danzig relations then and hope of vassalizing them. I don't think, yeah, you don't need the marriage these days, the vassal. Pretty sure of it. Nation of Abenaki, Westernizing, I think it said. Right, development is about to go over again, military point. So I'm going to continue the theme of developing my Latvian provinces, ones that don't have any autonomy as well, which really helps to get the most out of the development. Now I've actually developed all of the provinces where I want to spend military points, basically the grain provinces or the wool provinces, for example, although I haven't got any wool provinces. So I'm actually going to have to culture convert somewhere else. Sadly, I'm only one away from actually getting the religious finisher, where the culture conversion costs go down, but I don't want to spend my admin points at the time being to get it, so I'm going to have to culture convert a province at a bit more cost. Now, all of these Norwegian provinces are basically terrible areas or places where I don't want to invest military development. A lot of them are Arctic up here. So I'm just going to do Narva in Estonia, I think. It's the next level of expense, I guess. So let's do that one there. So that's 45. Okay, if I develop these, then it would go up in cost for culture conversion. So it's best to do it now if I'm going to develop. So I basically want military points here, so let's invest this. So 1, 2, 3, 4, and that's it. I think I'll leave it like that for the time being, or maybe I could, you know what, I'm gonna add extra admin points here as well, and I'm gonna build a barracks once that's culturally converted, I think. Should I do that? Yeah, what the hell. Okay. Point there. Right, so that's probably finished now, that province. Okay. Before a development level of 10, this doesn't actually go up in cost. It's always at 50 unless you've got things that lower it. So, yeah, getting up to about 10 or maybe 11, which I tend to do, is maximum you're going to want maybe in a lot of provinces. Right, let's actually pause and get towards this Lithuanian war. We're right on the verge of starting it now. So I'll get my diplomat back in February. I need to actually increase my military maintenance, arguably, although probably not so much since Lithuanian army is crap. Let's position this here. I need to go for forts now. I think my Swedish army is probably no longer needed, arguably, although some of those are on the list. Yeah, I think, yeah, let's get the Swedish army back. I do have a fleet over here somewhere, but I'm not going to use it. Should probably have 22 transports, arguably, now. So let's check out the forts. There's a capital, there's a fort there, and fort there, that's it, is it? Now, that's all they've got left. So I need to rush in here, take as much as possible. You know what, maybe I should have made more claims on Lithuania than I did. I'm not sure, I can probably take more than the territory I'm planning on taking. That's a very good territory of the estuary. I'll have to pick that up next time. I don't have enough time to make a claim on it. I don't want to waste admin points. He's a woman? We would never have discovered that Barrett was a woman had the natives not shouted it at the top of their lungs when the expedition entered Wichita. She had joined us as an assistant to our naturalist, and as his ulcerated leg had brought him much discomfort, she had carried supplies and specimens in his stead. Barrett claims to be our naturalist's housekeeper, but their relationship seems deeper than that. Should we allow her to remain with us on our expedition? Gain extra morale. Looks like the men like that. Or gain 5 prestige by sending her back. I'm actually going to gain the extra morale. Probably more useful. Okay. Turns out an army is a place for a woman after all at this time. Yeah, I can go down there, hopefully. Brilliant. So what is it? It's December. Making good progress with Novgorod. They've reached Narva. That's down to fort there. Okay, February. That's when I'm going to get the diplomat back. There's a revolt in one of my colonial nations, peasants. Have they caught up? Yes, they have. So I could actually go against Native Americans pretty soon. Conquering up here and up here. Probably a good idea. That hasn't caught up yet though. I might get those back up there in a minute then. I'm gonna let them explore a bit more first. January. The death of a conquistador. Not good. So military leader died. Siegfried Ostensacken is dead. No exploits. Right, so that's a pain in the ass. Probably gonna have to hire a new one. I don't think I will yet though. I'll let my army tradition go up a bit more since it's pretty low. I'm gonna read that an event in a second. Right, I mean to gotta get my army back. Let's read this then. The death of a conquistador. The expedition had sent forth a scout with the instructions of sending back crosses to the main party, with the size of the cross equal to the wealth discovered. When this unfortunate event happened, a cross tall as a person had arrived and the main party kicked up their pace. As they entered Waco, they found that the natives of Waco had killed the scouts and were waiting for the rest of the party. Most fell to the savages, but a desperate few managed to escape. They tell us that the conquistador was one of the first to die, and that the scout was to blame. He had offered a gift of a gourd with a red feather, which turned out to be the natives' symbol for war. And apart from the conquistador dying, nothing else happens, I think. Right, so let's get this army back since it can't explore anymore. Let's get back to Bay down there. Gulf of Mexico, is it? So, right, let's wait until February, get the flank back, start this war. Army's under attack. Okay. Army arrived in Midtown. Truce expired. Oh, I can start it now, can I? I thought I was going to have to wait until the end of the month. We lost the claim on Minsk, but that's not actually part of the Russian region, so it doesn't matter. Might have wanted to take it though. Truce expired to Poland. 6 days time. Okay, so pause. Is there much point in investing for a pope now? Probably not. So how long for Novgorod? February 94. Corin takes a couple of years. It may actually, yeah, converting these lands is what's going to take most time now. Army. I thought Novgorod would be the last thing to get this achievement, but I guess not. So army's under attack. Native uprising. Diplomat's back in 2 days. Diplomacy declare war. I should. The only casus belli I have is conquest. What's trust like with these guys? Minus 64, so that's gone up a lot now. It's gone up by 36 since Trust Gate happened. So yeah, which of these provinces is the most war score? 8, 9, 12, 11, 11, 12. 9. So it's Poltava or Chernigov. Chernigov has iron, which is much better, and also a tiny bit more development. So I'm going to make Chernigov the target of the war. So declare war. Chernigov. I don't think there's any reason not to do this now. Hopefully not. Let's make sure about rivals. I don't want to add anyone there. Okay, so we're at war with Lithuania. Final war needed to get this Baltic Crusader achievement.